Today I'm reviewing the Panorama XL RTX 5090 gaming desktop with a 24-core Intel i9-14900KF, NVIDIA RTX 5090, 96GB DDR5 RAM, a 4TB Gen4 SSD, 360mm liquid cooling, Windows 11 Pro, and a 3-year warranty. If you want to check current pricing or availability, it's linked below. I've been using this system as my main desktop for gaming, creative workflows, and everyday tasks over several weeks. These impressions are based on how it actually behaves under real-world use, not just on a spec sheet. Let's set expectations clearly. This is not an entry-level gaming box. It's built top to bottom for very high performance across games, creative apps, and multitasking. That means you should expect strong results across the board, but also be aware that such capability brings trade-offs in cost, noise, and physical footprint. In practical gaming at 1440p, this configuration feels confident rather than strained. Competitive titles like Valorant, Fortnite, and CS2 stay well above typical refresh thresholds with stable frame pacing. The RTX 5090 handles heavier AAA titles at high to ultra settings without the tuning compromises you make on more modest builds. That consistent performance matters day to day. It doesn't spike and crater, it just stays smooth and predictable even in demanding scenes. At 4K, this desktop also shines. Unlike mid-tier systems where 4K gaming can feel like a negotiation between settings and framerate, the RTX 5090 delivers strong playable performance with headroom for high-quality presets. Movement feels fluid and detailed worlds stay detailed because you aren't constantly dialing back key visuals to chase framerate. Thermals and acoustics are critical in any high-power PC. Here, the 360mm liquid cooler keeps CPU temperatures stable under sustained load. Even after long gaming sessions or heavy creative rendering, thermal behavior stays controlled. Fan noise does rise under load. This is a performance desktop, not a whisper-quiet living room system, but it stays steady rather than erratic. There aren't sudden spikes that pull your attention away from what you're doing. Everyday productivity and multitasking feel excellent. With 96GB of RAM, there's plentiful headroom for browsers with dozens of tabs, virtual machines, creative suites, and background services all running at once. Switching between apps feels fluid rather than delayed, which is something you notice more every time you open a new tool or tab. The 4TB Gen4 SSD also plays a big role in real use. Booting Windows, loading large games, and moving big media files all feel brisk. You're unlikely to hit storage limits quickly with this capacity, and if you do have large libraries of video, art assets, or game installs, you have plenty of breathing room without an immediate need for expansion. Build quality and usability are part of the practical experience too. The interior feels thoughtfully rounded and spacious, making upgrades, extra storage, new GPUs down the line, feel less fiddly than in cramped pre-built designs. RGB lighting is adjustable rather than overwhelming, so you can dial it to match your setup rather than it dictating the vibe. Let's be honest about trade-offs. This level of performance and capability is not cheap. The system commands a premium, and part of that reflects the cost of the RTX 5090, high-end CPU, and abundant memory/storage. You're paying for top-tier hardware and convenience, not just for a sticker. Also, desktops with strong GPUs and liquid cooling tend to make their presence known acoustically. Fans and pumps are doing real work, it's not silent, and that's part of the territory for machines that push high sustained performance. So who does this make sense for? If your priority is high-end 4K and 1440p gaming with minimal compromise, smooth, confident performance in creative workflows, heavy multitasking without bottlenecks, a roomy, upgrade-friendly chassis and long-term capability, then this Panorama XL configuration delivers on those fronts. If your chief focus is maximum value per dollar, quietest living room noise levels, or casual 1080p play, systems with more modest specs could make sense before stepping up to this tier. Check current pricing below and evaluate it against your needs.